Hi YouTube, it's Angel from Angel's Essentials, and I'm just updating you on an experience I had this past Saturday. I went to Abdy Electriciteh's full-day workshop, his self-alignment workshop, and it was pretty awesome. If you haven't heard of him, I had never heard of him, honestly. But he's been around for quite a while, and what he does is, I don't even know how to explain it. He doesn't really define what he does, but the first thing that happened to me was we had to lay on the floor, and then he touches your head, and when he touched my throat, I literally felt like somebody had put electricity in my body, and I lifted off the floor, and I had a convulsion, which was kind of strange, but it didn't feel like anything hurt or anything. Like, it wasn't like actual electricity, but I definitely felt something. And I also saw like this hole, or like a tunnel, as soon as he touched my head, and again when he touched my throat. And I was like, whoa, what was that? That was kind of crazy. And then we went through the day, and some of the things that I was experiencing, like I was really feeling like I was really feeling my subtle body or energy body, whatever you want to call it. I was feeling like especially around my heart chakra, it felt like I had these pieces of me stapled into myself. I know this sounds kind of strange, but I'm just sharing what I felt. And it was like the staples were popping out, and I was opening up and expanding. And I've had these expansion feelings during meditation. I meditate, about an hour and a half every day for the last 10 years, almost 10 years. And so anytime you get into like deep samadhi, I feel that expansion and that opening. But I wasn't really in samadhi. I was like totally awake. And samadhi is just like a deep state of meditation. I wasn't in that. I was just like wide awake, completely aware of my energy body. It was very different for me. Like I'm aware of energy and all this kind of thing, but it was different. It was subtle, but it was very obvious at the same time. And then at the end of the day, what Abdi did was he walked around the group, and some new people had come in, and then he touches your head, and you literally just fall over. And if you know my husband, he's like about, 200 pounds. He's a pretty big guy, and he didn't even touch Al. Like, he just pointed at him, and Al fell back. So it was kind of crazy. And then Al was like knocked out for like a good hour, like solid. And we actually had our baby with us, and she experienced the healing as well. She was only like for 30 seconds knocked out. Like, she wasn't, she didn't go into a deep sleep or anything like Al did, or most of the people in the room had done. And so since then, I've just felt so completely relaxed all day, all the time. Like, not just in my meditation like usual. So usually I get on meditation, then I have like so many million things to do, and I kind of get like a bit into my things, and sometimes get stressed out, like everybody does. I keep my cool, obviously, or not obviously, sometimes I lose it too, like anybody does. But I don't know how to explain, but I just, in my heart, I feel totally like there's a few things right now like on the back burner that need to be dealt with, and that are kind of, that could cause a person stress. But I'm like, I'm fine. I feel great. It doesn't matter. Who cares? And not who cares as in I don't care, but it's just like I know everything's going to be fine. And I really feel like I gained that from that session, because some of the things he talked about really resonated with me. And I just think, if you ever have a chance to have a session with this guy, Abdy Electriciteh, if he comes back to Halifax, I think anybody that missed this session, I don't understand why you would not take advantage of this. It was super affordable. The full day was about $150. That's, that's a little pricey, but for just a session where you get touched on the head, it was only $50. And if you think about it, you spend $50 easily 2 times visiting the dollar store. So think about like priorities sometimes in life. Sometimes, you know, you think, oh, well, the dollar store stuff, it's really cheap and I'm going to buy a lot of it and fill my house with it and whatever. But that really doesn't, I don't know, it just gets more stuff to collect, I guess. And people like things, and I'm no different. But then there's sometimes you have to think, well, I do want to be healthy. I do want to, like, you know, be happy, feel good. And so when there's opportunities like that, I think that that it's important to maybe take them. And I don't want to say you should take them, but I notice a kind of a lackadaisical trend in Halifax, particularly Nova Scotia in general. And I can say that because I've lived here my entire life. And it's just like everybody kind of doesn't really grab onto opportunities here. And this is general, okay? I know there's definitely opportunists in this province, for sure. And I've met many of them, absolutely. But I think the general population's mentality, and I think it's almost an East Coast thing where we're just so relaxed and so chilled out that we kind of miss a lot of things because we just assume it's going to come again or it's going to come by. And in the case of this gentleman that came to Halifax, you know, I think more people should have been there, like, to experience this. There was about 50 people, 40, 50 people. But I don't know. I think people really missed out here. And that's just my opinion and, you know, whatever. But I feel really good since I went there. And I think that, you know, there's lots of different things like this, you know, that you can take advantage of rather than, you know, do the same old thing to feel better. It's a healthy way. Just get an energy healing or whatever. There's lots of different alternative ways to feel good. And if you just want to check my website, angels-essentials.com, we often have a lot of different events happening with different alternative healers in the province and sometimes out of province as well. So check that out. And that's all I want to say to you today. So have a good day and ciao.